Why are we overtaxing our people? Kati obuzibu bwa Uganda buli bumu. Museveni bali abebweru, European Union, the Commonwealth, America, the World Bank and IMF have refused to give us money. Kakati no, we should not overtax our people. Why? We are falling into a trap. Remove Kasaija, remove Bahati. Because we are suffering, because the way the Kasaija and Bahati have conducted themselves cannot allow us to access donor funding. Akati ulira Kasaija akugamba tibuli motoka eri ku luguudo emitwalo 8 gendo zisabe nnyoko.
Oyo Matia Kasaija.
Masayira Kasaija ne Bahati.
Musajja weyo buyaga mugamba agenda zimusabe.
Agenda asabe embuzi. Kasaija bw'abaleeta budget amalagula babaka ba parliament. Most of these people are bought. It is better to reconcile with your wife than marrying another wife. So it should be the government instead of overburdening, because it is going to happen. Which means Oyo Kasaija and others prepare for riots. Kakati what we have to do is to ask the donors what they want, and we get people like Kutesa, like Lugunda, like Ambassador Yebale, like Ambassador Katende, so that we ask the donors, what have we done? The elections are over. Now tell us what we can do to rectify the situation so that you continue by. But Kasaija and Bahati, they believe arrogantly that when the Europeans cut their age, we can do how? If this government insists on isolation and they don't eat their humble pie and they don't sit with the Europeans and other donors, because I told you, once the Europeans cut 8, the next person is Commonwealth, the third one is America. Overtaxing Ugandans will result into a riot. This is why they could not buy in Uganda. 2, in Uganda, nope, boys, aggressive. That this plan B did not originate from Bobby Wine. Plan B was originated from Bessie, who is Mufere. Bessie collaborates with the security in the government. It was the best hoax to get money. Bafuna sent. Chovala bakanda ko yakuba mwana wange. Nachogere wa president. I told the president, this is a hoax. Kanda kwande is so counter, but they are telling you lies.
Now, twebuuza bagerese misolo twewuunya kikyajjaja
Tujja. You see,
Matia Kasaija twabukidde. No. Ningo zoyamba gereza yako omusolo. Obono genda kwambala ki?
Let me tell you. Those people, the problem you have
abani bafe
in Uganda.
Gamba bali banza semu na Uganda.
You don't have thinkers.
You don't
have a think tank.
Moreover, presidential advisors.
Let me tell you. Why are we overtaxing our people? The matter is simple. Muganda will tell you, gakuweddeko amagezi ngayombera gyosaka. Okusaka means that you don't have enough food at home.
Oh.
So you must cultivate or do something or the work for somebody. Our underdeveloped countries, we call it okusaka. But the Europeans, they want influence. They don't tell us to dig in Europe and where. Kati obuzibu bwa Uganda buli bumu. Museveni is making 2 mistakes. You cannot have, because our image is dented. 1, how can you have a country where 32 people, the elites, those in power, have been arraigned before court martial, or arraigned before the International Criminal Court to kill people? It dents the image
of Uganda.
2, If you have this operation, which have effectively fought, and one of the reasons why my son was battered, I said that this plan B did not originate from Bobby Wine. Plan B originated from Bessie, who is Mufere. Bessie collaborates with the security in the government. Yeah, Museveni Bamulimba. What people don't know that is sometimes the president tells me to investigate certain things. Military intelligence also deceived the president that there was a plan B by Bobby Wine to ban the sit and what. Tichiriyo, Museveni panicked. Nagamba, you people, let us have a preemptive action. At least those people you suspect, don't torture them, don't kill them, don't uproot their nails. Let them, we should put them in a friendly place where we shall talk to them, teach them how to make money and give them capital. Kati, Museveni tabagamba nga kukuba bantu. Wonderful. Ono wa military intelligence no waiso. Bakolagana ne Besigye ne balimba Museveni. Nti Bobby Wine is planning a plan B. It was a Besigye's hoax to get money. Bafuna sent. Ndababonya abantu. Chovala bakanda ko yakuba omwana wange. Nachogere wa president. I told the president, this is a hoax. Kanda kwande is so counterpart. They are telling you lies. Techiriyo. Bobby Wine cannot advocate for violence. Bobby Wine cannot follow the footsteps. Bobby Wine njogera naye. You take a picture of that place. Bobby Wine taberanga kwa. Bobby Wine came here before he became very important. Bobby Wine came here. I remember a young man in a confusing manner. And he told me, I've come here to consult you. There are people who have come to me by knowledge bagala ne munyunyula. Here, Bobby Wine na obaroro bajja bamukozese yabasinziza akamagezi. Mukirize mugane nkugamba. Nti ekizibu kyetu ina mu Uganda. Nti Gonde, the chairman of the Electoral Commission, denied the European Union observers access to the observers because these people katingoyo omulamuzi tamanyi tujiza systems analysis. You cannot have 15 member state European Union and they pass a verdict in the European Parliament against Uganda. Bamugamba allow us to come and observe elections. It is only after observing elections that we can recommend money. Neyo yomusajja mutegere tiyalowooza nti parliament ya Europe eringe ya Uganda systems analysis tamanyi nti parliament ya Europe abantu ba Europe be peace tebagula. They only, you can have the Greens, you can have the Social Democrats, you can have the what mnayenga baina values. Kakati mu Uganda ekizibu kyetufunye ti when you hear nolaba gundi oyo mutabani wange junior nga bamukubya amanyi ogodaka weddemu nga mwe senior advisor to the president. That's why I've decided nti sijja kubiteeka mawulire n'owulira nti detentions nti babayodde. Kakati ekikulu kye tuyina bali ab'ebweru European Union, the Commonwealth, America, the World Bank, and IMF have refused to give us money. Kakati, no, we should not overtax our people. Why? We are falling into a trap. People, Ugandans, have suffered under COVID. Some of the most generating sector that generates income in Uganda is the entertainment industry. Bala tizikola. Abayimbi tebayimba. N'abatunda engoye emivumba tebakola. These are still under the restrictions that President Museveni has not lifted. And either the areas, if you block Muvumba, people will connect. Because most of our people defend Muvumba originally in the 70s. There is a river called River Muvumba that is at the border between Uganda and Rwanda. Ugandans during Amin's time, Amin abolished Muvumba. But today, Ugandans are depending on Muvumba. Muvumba, these are old clothes. In fact, you can find somebody who has bought Muvumba in Owino, especially overcoats. If I'm traveling to Europe, where do I go? Do I go to a modern shop?
No.
I will go to Owino, buy a Muvumba, and help with the Muvumba to go back and visit his parents.
Okay.
Kakati obuzibu tuina mu Uganda. We have two options. One, the government to eat its humble pie. Remove Kasaija, remove Bahati. Because we are suffering because the way the Kasaija and Bahati have conducted themselves cannot allow us to access donor funding. That's one. The next one, what do the donors want? The donors want, because if they don't want bad publicity. Bano babakudemu enjala. Bano babakoze. Why doesn't government, for example, abolish safe houses? Let government release all prisoners of war, of prisoners of political prisoners unconditionally. Let them go. Two, all those who have suffered in detention, injuries, yes, let them be compensated. All of those who were arrested, marriage under marriage, yes, wound. Kubatu bade tuina kagulupu kano kubatu te ukuze byokutta abana byokola ki. It is better to reconcile with your wife than marrying another wife. So it should be the government instead of overburdening, because it is going to happen. Abaganda bakugamba tienkoko etayina majebi kabinda byayo.
Etena majebi kabinda byayo.
Ate ebibikawo.
Does
it mean that a barren woman who does not produce children, God manufactured her as a man?
No.
Again, a menstruation.
Absolutely.
Kakati, what we have to do is to ask the donors what they want, and we get people like Kutesa, like Lugunda, like Ambassador Yebale, like Ambassador Katende, so that we ask the donors, what have we done? The elections are over. Now tell us what we can do to rectify the situation so that you continue by. But Kasaija and Bahati, they believe arrogantly that when the Europeans cut their age, we can do how? I'm telling you, I can predict it.
Predict.
If this government insists on isolation and they don't eat their humble pie, and they don't sit with the Europeans and other donors, because I told you, once the Europeans cut 8, the next person is Commonwealth, the third one is America, and after America, then you cannot get money from IMF, and even those who show the criminals cannot give you money. Why? Because they know the government is collapsing. So therefore, in my opinion, he asked me a question. Overtaxing Ugandans will result into a riot.
It is like it happened.
Yes. It will result. It will result.
That you are inciting violence. We are not inciting strikes, but you cannot increase taxes.
No. Katika nkubulire. A motor maker, how many vehicles we are parked in garages that have failed, their owners have failed to repair them. Even buying tires. Even kubanga motoka bezage na mu COVID, people parked them in garages. and other parking places. A man who was not generating money for 3 months, most of the vehicles are not in operation. Tiziriyo.
Nati mazongeza emisolo.
Kakati wulira, Kasaija akugamba. Tibuli motoka eri ku luguudo emitwalo 8 gendo zisabe ennyoko.
Oyo Matia Kasaija.
Masayira Kasaija ne
Mugambe musajja weyo buyaga mugamba agenda zimusabe.
Agenda asabe embuzi ze. Kasaija ine embuzi. Kasaija is one of the people who are unique. Kasaija understands the Goti's language. Maybe at times.
Kyensinga okwagala mu government eno eriwo. Eyogeza omusajja gwe bayita Kyagulanyi. Ayogeza government eno abagezi.
Kyagulanyi naye taliiwo. I'm doing more opposition work than the Kyagulanyi and Mbabazi and Besigye. Why?
Yes.
When I tell you that Ugandans are being slaughtered to be exported to Asia, have you ever heard Kyagulanyi commenting on this?
Nothing, absolutely.
Have you ever heard Besigye, a medical doctor, talking about it? In Uganda, I'm the de facto opposition leader. This is the uniqueness of me. That an opposition leader like me, I'm protected by the president. I have special forces, I have what? This is the uniqueness of this system. Njogere bintu, Bobi Wine byatasobola kwogera. Njogere bintu, Besigye byatasobola kwogera. That's why they say that this man is sponsored by Museveni. Then, if Museveni sponsored me, it means we don't have an opposition. What we need is people in NRM, in the government, that can come out and speak. But when they go to Chankwanzi, Kasaija, bw'abaleeta budget, amalagula babaka ba parliament. Most of these people are bought. Babagula buguzi, money lenders, the mafias. I know candidates, MPs, who were paid money by wound. Mu Buganda omanyi lwaki baagwa? The reason why they fell in Buganda was one thing. Parliament enacted a law that any official of the Electoral Commission who messes up elections will be held responsible as a person. Kati bano batya nti baga ne fine batunda bintu byo. This is why they could not buy in Buganda. 2, in Buganda, nope, boys, aggressive. Ngatasobola kubba kaluba kutirawo.
Twewuunya president yagamba nti no Bobi Wine yabba.
I know. Bobi Wine.
Taswaza.
Bobi Wine bayina machine. I can understand.
Olaba goyina mise hiyo.
Anti nkubuulira nze nkimanyi. Why? Museveni made a mistake. Museveni lost in Buganda, was not defeated in Buganda. Why? Do you think that if you don't have Mirundi and in Naduli in Buganda, can you win in Buganda? You call a man like a Gundi, Chiwanda. Who knows Chiwanda?
What's Wangamba Swanda Manawan?
Chiwanda Chi.
Chiwanda Nagas.
Chiwanda Chi. Because the name Chiwanda means that
Chiwanda Muliro.
Chiwanda Chi.
Muliro.
Spitting. Is it to which clan does Chiwanda? You get a woman called Nabakova. Nabakova, by the time she came to the police, was Nabakova. Nabakova. Musoga. When she went through Buganda constituency, she became Nabakova. A lion is killing name. And then Baganda, for us Baganda, we are capitalistic by nature. We don't want anything from government. No water abavubi, abali kunyanja, no babaka importer. They killed fishermen to get import, enuni. Enuni aguda sente meka.
Billions.
This is why Enuni has featured prominent in our budget. Tebajisasula. How many Lake Victoria stretches from Rakai, Masaka, Kampala,
Tanzania, Kenya,
even in Usoga, Baba, Ngababata, they used to kill people to get importer. These are photos. Do you know how many orphanages? Do you know how many this operation on Lake Victoria, a soldiers operation, killing innocent people, grabbing their importer, killing them there. Museveni could not get votes. And I used to tell you, when you go to Busoga, what happens in Busoga? The sugar cane. When the Basoga grew up sugar canes, government came up with a law that to sell your sugar issues, to have a monopoly. 3, you can have more money from sugar cane when you are doing molasses, gundion, unani, sukari gulu. What they did, they hired opportunists like a Namboze. Obuvera was not because it was economic. Abakola sukari gulu, we are giving more money to the farmers, the sugar farmers, than these manufacturers. And I can tell you, all of those sugar manufacturing companies, Bameta, Bamadivani, Bahani, they don't sell their sugar here. The sugar which is here, which is branded as made in these companies, comes from Brazil. Kakati kubuli ne gamba. Nti Museveni, Nadis, where is Nadis?
Chachaliwo.
No.
Yafuka operation with the creation.
Anti nkubulira, Nadis yafa why? If you get a mass communicator like me, I'm a group of psychologists like me, if I'm starting in Nadis, you start with the already progressive people. Toyinza kudya bukoko buto n'obwa muntu atabulundangako. You cannot give a cow. You look, the Anglican Church came out with the project, send the cow. Yafa lwaki. Abakazi bakwatanga ebiwata ne bajja ne bafeeding ente emu. After delivery, another woman takes the calf. What do you give to this one? Motivation. I'm motivated by having more. Nti nagula kamunyemu kati nina 10. Nyinza nogula 20. Human beings are motivated, but you cannot tell me it came from America. Send the cow. Where is it?
No more.
No more. Which means Minister Kasaija and others prepare for riots. They are lucky that we don't have opposition leaders.